The broadest definition, I think, is the acquisition and exploitation of songs. But what it specifically means historically is somewhat different than what it is currently. Historically, publishers started as song pluggers. They'd travel around to live performers and give them sheet music and plug them with this idea that they should play this piece of sheet music on their show. And eventually that changed into giving them songs to record when the music business started selling 78s, because money's generated every time a record is sold, and money's generated every time a record is played on the air. And the source of the music business is the song. Without the song, you don't have anything to perform, and with nothing to perform, you have no artists to do anything. So to me, it's always been the source of the industry. It's a partnership with the songwriter or songwriters, effectively. It's some level of a partnership. The traditional music publisher historically worked with the songwriters, gave them a home, a business home, provided them with opportunities to write material, gave them guidance in writing material, and then attempted to get that material recorded by certain recording artists. So it was a collaboration in the earlier days. Eventually, when songwriters recognized that the business was changing, publishers also recognized that around the time that self-contained groups and recording artists who wrote their own songs didn't need that much outside material. So different relationships sprung up with the music publisher, in which to a large degree they became protectors of the rights, the administrators, and ensured proper collections for record sales and performing rights. Airplay, uses in movies and television were accounted and collected correctly. Well, I think from the collaborative songwriter and sometimes publishers, good publishers can really help the songwriters, solve some of the problems musically they have. If they stumble into a bridge, or if they're having a problem opening up a chorus properly, if they've got a lyric which is about a positive subject and the melody is a minor melody and they can't figure out why it doesn't seem to work together. Sometimes the publisher or the collaborating songwriter can analyze it and help solve the problem. The first thing was to have an instinct and a feeling for the music, whether it's a gut instinct or if it's a gut instinct and you're plugged into where music is at, because it's obviously constantly changing. And I think you need both of those things. I mean, to a large degree, music is always glandular too. So, it's very subjective. I mean, to talk about music is always abstract, and then when you hear it, it's always subjective. So, how do you deal with that? It's got to be at a personal level. And it's peculiar because it's at such a personal level, but then you're looking to get the approval of everybody else, so when it becomes a hit, you get the approval. My brother, Chuck Kay, and I had acquired a number of copyrights together. We had a company called Windswept Pacific, and in the acquisition of the companies we bought, there were tons and tons of well-known copyrights, but also to bring in new blood, new material, new songs to the company is also something that you want to do to a certain extent, so that you're building the copyright base. In some companies, it doesn't make a difference anymore. A company like EMI or Warner Chappell, they have a million copyrights. So I mean, they certainly don't need more copyrights, you know. But in a smaller company, more copyrights are good because it gives you an opportunity for more exploitation and more chances to discover, you know, the Black Eyed Peas or John Legend, stuff like that.